Here are some true facts about the Catalina Bison. Brought to the island in 1924 for the set of an old Hollywood Western, there were originally only 14 animals. Yet, by the 1960s, it was rumored that the herd had grown to over 600 animals. What can we say? Apparently the bison like to get it on. If you've ever seen a bison, you might be surprised. They're basically shaggy, musty mountains of ugly. Luckily, they're also pretty much blind. No bedroom embarrassment for them. You don't even have to turn off the lights. Which is good, because bison don't have opposable thumbs. Still, you gotta give the bison some credit. They're still unique in their ugliness. There is no other animal on the planet that looks like a bison. Well, except for yaks. But really, when's the last time you saw a yak? Odds are it was actually a bison. Anyways, at least they're not the glorified cows like the stinky buffalo. Bison hate to be compared to buffalo. In fact, all our bison sources assure us that it's their biggest pet peeve. I'm lying. Bison can't talk. But if a bison could talk, I'm sure that's what they'd say. Now, you may be wondering, how do the bison do on a desert island? After all, their true home is the grassland, where the buffalo roam. What? That's not right. DG, stop messing around. I meant bison, where the bison roam. In Catalina, the bison eat grass as well. No, not that grass. Now, according to a recent article in the New York Times, Catalina is currently facing the worst drought in 120 years. It is doing a number on the bison. Water sources are drying up, and the tender grasses that bison love so much is hard to come by. The bison you do see are scrawny little fellows, and prone to sores. Like this guy, who appears to be tending his sores. Or maybe not. There's recently been a movement to save the bison, asking people to donate money to buy crates of feed and water. Crates of feed cost $8,000 a pop. It's a lot of moolah. You know what else is costly? Putting out a dozen troughs of water for the bison while the rest of the island is in Phase 2 water rationing. Is all that effort worth it, you might wonder? Well, they tried sending bison back to South Dakota, and it cost even more. Not to mention, in the eyes of most islanders, moving the bison is simply not an option. The bison play a crucial role in the ecotourism industry of Catalina. That is exactly why people value the bison and campaign to keep them alive. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, hardcore truth, a few score bison do not outweigh the ecological importance of an entire island. Instead of donating to the bison water and feed programs, people should donate funds to the Ackerman Native Plants Nursery near Meagle Ranch. Here, the Catalina Island Conservancy keeps a seed bank of 243 plant species, many of which are endemic to Catalina. Their main mission is the revegetation of the island through projects such as rare plant restoration, habitat restoration, erosion control, and native landscaping. According to Alexa Johnson, the Conservancy's outreach and natural training specialist, the nursery also makes commercial profit by selling their native stock to the island inhabitants. Pretty nifty. You see, it simply makes more sense to invest in the welfare of the flora of Catalina Island than the non-native bison. Important though the bison may be, some plants, like the scrub oak, are actually keystone species, meaning that somehow or another, the tree plays an important role in the life cycle of most every species on the island. The same cannot be said for the bison. The Catalina bison are an ugly, blind, and cantankerous creature. It's not that they have to die. It's more that it's a matter of prioritization. And in our eyes, the welfare of the ecosystem of the entire island is paramount. Finn.